I did not want to go outside today. Look at this. Look at me. It's 29 degrees and I'm bundled and my cheeks are so cold. I picked up the mail when I was gone on our morning run today, and I think just a bunch of ads. Yes. But fun, I actually got something from my grandparents, which my grandma texted me the other night and she's like, hey, do you like ever check your mailbox? Which I honestly am so bad at doing in a timely fashion. I think I responded that I'm a little sporadic about it. So apparently she sent this over the weekend. Give me something to open this with. I found something. This is a little box cutter. I don't know if I really know the proper place to do this cutting. Okay, we're in. Hackers be like, I'm in. I don't know, can you see it? Isn't that cute? I know she hand makes all of her cards. It's so sweet. Oh my gosh, it's like a long note. So, she is a crafty lady, my goodness. She apparently has gotten into soap making and wanted to send me a few, which is funny. She was over here recently and where was it? Maybe it was when we were visiting my parents and like her and grandpa were there too. I was complaining about how I really hate showering. Like, it's just like a sensory nightmare for me. I hate doing it. I procrastinate doing it. I will like have to reward myself for showering by like brewing a cup of coffee, and it's like, oh, okay, well if I shower now then I get to drink coffee afterwards. Like I hate showering. And she heard me complain about that, so she kind of joked about that, like hopefully this makes your showers more enjoyable. So there's a bunch of scented, oh lovely, oh my gosh, how lovely, oh my goodness. Oh wait, this is delightful. So we have a peace and calming one. It's pretty subtle, which is nice because, you know, scent sensitivity and all that. Cranberry pepper bliss. Ooh, very seasonal. Candy cane. Okay, this one could be problematic for me. It's more difficult for me to do sweet scents, but, oh wait, I actually can smell it. It smells like peppermint candy. I don't know why I saw candy cane and didn't think peppermint. I thought, oh, that's sweet. Oh no. I like peppermint. What am I talking about? So that might be great, actually. This is the one I'm most excited for. Peppermint, lavender, and lemon. I love these scents. Peppermint and lavender are two of my faves, so this is gonna be a hit. I'm sure of it. And then she sent along 2 chapsticks too. Spearmint, rosemary, and pumpkin pie. Oh my god, a pumpkin pie one. She said that these are for my fiance, but I don't know if they're gonna make it to him. Oh my god, that's wonderful. This is like pumpkin spice. That's a delight. This is so cute. I'm gonna have to text her and thank her. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little fun aside with you this morning. So what we got going on today, let me clean some of this up, but I get to stay home mostly all today. I do have an appointment, which we'll chat about more later, probably after I shower and look a little bit more presentable. See you in a bit. Guess who's back again. Casey's back. Tell a friend. Hi. So I actually just got back and had some breakfast. I was getting to my appointment at the last possible second. I didn't realize, like, I guess what time it was this morning when I was getting into the shower. I had less than 30 minutes. Did you know you only have 30 minutes? 30. From the time that I was like getting into the shower to the time I had to be at my appointment, which luckily is very close to my place, so we made it work. I just washed and dried my hair and that's all I had time to do, and I was starving and unmedicated when I was at the appointment, but now I'm home and I've had some breakfast, I've had my meds, and I'm good. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair today. I'm thinking about curling it, but the day that I curl it, it always looks really rough. So I just don't know. Girl. I'm in a silly goofy mood. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it for now. We're just gonna let it do its thing for a little bit. I'm gonna get some makeup on my face. We'll chat about the appointment today. What is on me? Okay, so this morning was a psychiatrist appointment. What am I looking for? Okay, sorry, my sunscreen. Psychiatrist appointment where I go to do like a med review to approve my ADHD medication refills. So I have to go there every other month-ish, give or take, depending on like, I really actually didn't have to go today, but okay. So the point of the appointment is to make sure that everything's still going well, and I have to like meet with the psychiatrist before I get my med refill prescription. What? I don't know if that's in the right order. I should not be trying to talk right now. What the heck? Okay, basically, I had enough pill supply that I did not need to go to an appointment today to get a refill because I have like another month backup of pills to still take before I would need a refill. But holiday season, so who knows, things could get a little bit chaotic. And like I don't want to like get behind on anything. And also like the tea and shade of it all is that I didn't realize that my appointment was this week until like 2 days ago, at which point it was like I probably shouldn't reschedule with like 48 hours until the appointment. Like I probably shouldn't do that. I don't think they would like that. So that's really why I didn't reschedule. So now I'm gonna have way too many medications for like the next, I don't know. I just, anyway, I can't freaking think. Oh my God. My brain's an exhausting place to be in. I'm so sorry that you're having to hear me try to get a coherent sentence out. Anyway, so ADHD stuff. Had the appointment today. I mean, there's been no changes or anything, just a little bit more stress because of the time of year, which is normal for me. I am like a ball of anxiety from late October to like, I would say it's only till the end of the year, but like it's honestly, it takes me until like February or March to like recover and feel like myself again. It's insane. So hopefully we have a better turnaround recovery time this year. But yeah, it's just the anxiety, and apparently a lot of it's the ADHD as well. I guess I'm doing eyeshadow today. I just like pulled out my eye primer. I have no plans of what I'm doing. In fact, I actually literally don't know what I'm going to be doing today, which is not a good thing to like be in that situation. There's so much that I could potentially do, but I haven't like figured out my priorities for the day, which I meant to do earlier this week, but it is what it is. But yeah, just to chat a little bit about my ADHD pills. So I take, oh gosh, what's it called? Methylphenidate. And when I first started taking it, I was on like the lowest possible dose, whatever that was. And I mean, it absolutely worked, but I've had to work my way up a little bit. So now the dose that I'm on is a little bit higher than what I think that I actually need. Like, I don't really know what that's about. So for a while I was taking, I think it was 20 milligrams. I don't even know if that's the right unit, to be totally honest with you, but 20 total, whatever, for the whole day. And I don't know, like it clearly was working. Like I could feel it when it was in my system, but it was just like not getting my brain to where I needed my brain to be a functional human and member of society anymore. So she doubled the total dose to like from 20 whatever it is milligrams or whatever to 40, which feels like a big jump. It is what I take most days, especially right now. I was kind of reflecting on that when I was at the appointment today. I'm like, I feel like I am doing the 20 milligrams a day most days, and I think it's just because I feel so much less focused and more scrambled because I'm just more stressed this time of year. And like that's fine because that's what I'm prescribed, but I have been instructed like if I feel like I can get away with it or whatever, I can take lower amounts as needed. So often I'll just take like a half dose first thing in the morning and do my full dose like the second dose of the day as normal. So like I don't know, I kind of feel it out. Mostly lately I've just been doing the 220. I cannot But oh my gosh, there's like so much that I could talk about in terms of like ADHD medication plan, stuff like that. But I know I get this question a lot about my ADHD and how it correlates with my migraine. And like one of the first questions I got, one of the most common questions is about the medication. Oh my God. One of the first concerns I had was that I had always heard that ADHD pills can trigger migraine. So that was a major concern that I had when I was first diagnosed with ADHD and first started considering medication. I was so concerned that it was going to poorly impact my migraine, but that has not been the case at all for me. And I don't know like what most people experience, but for me, I feel like if anything, I have been feeling better because of treating my ADHD, because there's so much chaos in my brain, so much stress, so much procrastination. Like I cause my own stress all the time, and stress changes are a major trigger of mine. And like being able to manage my mental health has made my migraine so much more like, I don't know, calm, I guess. Like I'm not having as many chaotic related triggers, I suppose, at least is what it feels like. And maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't know. That's my main concern that I had when I first got diagnosed and started deciding to treat with medication is like, is this going to make my migraine worse? And I just want to tell you, like, that absolutely was not the case for me. Like, if you are in a similar situation where you're getting diagnosed, if you're concerned about these kinds of things, absolutely ask your own like care team, your own physician, your own doctors, but like just know that it's not necessarily going to be what you experience, because for me, if anything, medicating my ADHD has helped my migraine. So while we're on the topic of stimulants, hello? Sorry, I was just getting a call, but it was from I'm getting so many random phone calls lately that like I don't know these numbers. I'm getting so much spam. I feel like I talked about this in the past, or maybe I haven't posted it yet. I don't remember. I have been working really hard at decreasing the amount of coffee I drink, which kind of almost related to my ADHD pills. I have concern about it because it's a stimulant, and I'm like, is that gonna make my migraine worse? So I have always been a coffee drinker, like from when I was like 14 or something. I don't remember exactly when, but I remember in high school, on the way to school, my dad, whenever he would be driving us, we would stop at Caribou Coffee. Oh my gosh, I haven't been at a Caribou Coffee in forever. That's crazy. And it wasn't an everyday thing, but I would get coffees like regularly, at least once a week or whatever. And eventually I was like, dude, this is costing so much money, because at some point I'm sure I turned 16 and started paying for it myself because I was working. And I was like, I don't want to pay for this coffee. But at that point I'm like, I really like coffee. So I started like switching immediately over to just like black coffee in the morning every day. And I have always been a plain black coffee drinker. Like that is my preference. It's actually the drink of choice. Like if I'm not starting my day with plain black coffee, something's wrong. I do enjoy like a fun foo-foo drink. Like if I'm gonna have a latte or something, I tend to want it like over the top foo-foo, like sweet, creamy. Ew, I don't like that word, but like I want it one or the other. I want my plain black coffee like bitter, dark roast, or I want like a really sweet, delicious treat. So anyway, I've always been a coffee drinker. For the longest time, it was just like a cup every day, like just a cup of coffee every day, but I've never been super cautious with like limiting that. I've always noticed that having a cup of coffee, if I'm not feeling so good, helps. Like it absolutely just helps me. It makes me feel better. Especially if I pair it with medication. Like if my symptoms are starting to flare up, if I take, you know, a painkiller with some coffee, that usually does the trick. Sometimes I just do one or the other, but coffee has always been like such a tool, like a helpful thing for me personally. And I've actually done in the past a couple of times, like taken myself off of it completely, just because I kept getting in my ear, like people telling me like, hey, you have migraine, you shouldn't be drinking coffee, like this is bad for you. And like when I started getting like mental health symptoms, which has always been ADHD, but I was diagnosed with anxiety, I was always told like, hey, stop drinking like things with caffeine, like stop having caffeine, that's gonna be really bad for you. Look at how terrible this freaking brush looks. I really need to replace it. Oh my god. But yeah, I was told to like stop having caffeine. It would help my anxiety, it would help my migraine. So I have tried that a few times, but it doesn't have literally any impact on me. So I keep turning back and having coffee again. Anyway, lately I have been feeling like I'm drinking too much, and it's not harming me in any way. Like I said, like it doesn't seem to impact my migraine or my anxiety in any way, but like I just don't want it to get out of hand. I want to be like a moderate caffeine user. Like having 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day is where I think the sweet spot is, and that's what I want to do. But I was having 3 regularly, and I also know that I can get a little dependent on that, and if I'm having like too much coffee every day, it's not going to be helpful when I need it to like help treat my symptoms. So actually my fiance Dan pointed it out. He's like, hey, you're like having a lot, like maybe you need to stop having this much. I'm like, oh, god dang it, you're right. Like I'm hearing this from another person now. So I have gone like straight from having 3 or more cups to like usually just 1 cup a day. Again, I'm like not strict with myself. Like I just don't care to be, but I have cut out a lot of like the habitual, like I was saying earlier, like treating myself after a shower with a cup of coffee. I don't really need that caffeine. It's just like a reward. I'm trying to switch that stuff out of my system. So it's like, I'm only having the caffeine that my body feels like I could use a little caffeine, if that makes sense. That makes it sound so insane, but like, that's kind of what I've been doing, and it's been working for me. I haven't figured out what works best for me. For the days that I leave the house and like go do my dietitian thing, I was trying to not have coffee on the go, like not bring a travel mug with me. But I've kind of flipped the script on that, and now I just don't have the plain mug of coffee when I'm home, and I just take my 1 cup of coffee on the go with me. And I don't know what's gonna end up being the like long-term solution, but I'm also like not really strict with it at all. Like, let's see, just this week, I've had 1 cup so far today, and I probably am gonna be fine, but I know that it's gonna be a little extra tempting since my Keurig is gonna be right next to me all day, so I'm gonna be like, I could use another one. So I'm gonna probably be having more than 1 today. Right now, I don't feel like I need it, but it might creep in later. And I think most days this week so far I've only had 1 cup, but like there was a day this week, I think Tuesday, I was just like super stressed and I had 3 cups. And the third one was not one that I really needed, but I went out to lunch with some work people and it was at a place that I've never been before that's known for like their coffee. So I had a fun latte drink there and I had 3 cups that day, and I actually was having migraine symptoms that day, which is probably why I kept feeling like, oh, I could have more. Anyway, so I'm not very strict with it is really what I'm trying to summarize and say. But I actually think it would be really helpful to really walk you through, like not in this video, but like in a future video where I can like sit down and chat with it and actually like have a functional brain, which hopefully my medication will be kicking in here soon and I'll make a whole lot more sense. But I want to sit down and like talk about tapering off of caffeine and like strategies that have worked for me, how to know if things are going well, like the 2 different strategies I've mainly tried, because I've talked about one on my blog where it's the strategy I've used in the past, which I think is very effective for most people, but the thing that I'm doing right now is a little bit different, and I kind of like gave you a little screen grab, like a snapshot of what that looks like, but like there's a lot more thought that goes into it other than just like cutting out the shower reward coffee, because there's more than that to it. But like I want to walk through that kind of stuff and why someone might want to cut out coffee, because like for me it's definitely migraine related, but it's not like I have to do it because of migraine. It's just like a preemptive concern. But yeah, okay, I'm rambling. I'm also like losing my breath. What the heck? I don't know which eyeshadow to do today. I think I'm gonna come back to like my bronzer and stuff after I figure out the eyeshadow situation. I need new eyeshadow so bad. Okay, let me go hide and find it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with this, which I don't know. It's such a giant freaking thing. But the Smoke and Roses palette from ColourPop, I love it because, oh God, am I gonna devolve into another like micro topic here? Yeah, I am. We're not gonna just resist it. We're gonna roll with it. Beautiful, beautiful babe, beautiful girl. It's smoky and rosy. Could you believe it? With a name like Smoke and Roses. Anyway, I was drawn to this because of I actually don't know what it's called. Color theory? It's not color theory, but like the seasonal color theory thing where like, I might have to have a screenshot on the screen because I don't know if I know what I'm talking about. But basically due to like your undertones and the contrast with like your features, you either are assigned or like identify with spring, summer, fall, or winter. There's more to it than that. But I am a summer, I think. I actually haven't been like diagnosed. I don't know if that's the right word, but I haven't been like told that. I just like through my own research. Tell me if you think differently. Also, the lighting could be a little off, so maybe you're wrong. Maybe I'm right. No, I'm just kidding. But I am a light summer, I think, which just essentially means that I am cool toned, and which I know I have red skin. I actually the other day, that's not true. Like a month or so ago, I had a doctor appointment and they didn't want to put the the blood pressure armband thing on my arm because they're like, oh my gosh, are you sunburnt? I'm like, girl, no, that's just my skin. Like, oh, that's so rude. Anyway, I have red skin, so I am cool toned for sure. I look better in silver than gold. So cool toned, I'm cool toned. And I am a summer because both winter and summer are the cool toned seasons. And I'm summer because there's low contrast. Like I have a light, I mean, this is dyed, this is bleached, but I do have light skin, hair, and like my eye color's light. There's not a lot of contrast with my features. So as I've been like researching like what looks good for different seasons and all that, well, just summer because I only care about myself, obviously. I mean, for my own like closet and makeup stuff. I have tried to make different clothing choices because I used to wear a ton of black and gray, and like that was all that I would wear. As you can see, I'm wearing a light blue today, which blue is the other like main color in my closet. I love blue, but I've been trying to cut black out of mostly. I'm wearing, oh, you can't see, hello? I'm wearing some black yoga pants. That's not what the kids say, the flared leggings. I meant to say flared leggings, hello. I'm wearing some black pants, but like that doesn't really matter. So I've been trying to cut black out of my wardrobe as much as I can, or like stop wearing it as much, because it allegedly, like even though it's a neutral, it doesn't really complement summers. So I'm trying to incorporate more like light colors, more cool tone colors, and it's going well, I would say. Like I do like the way that colors look on me a lot better. Like I feel like it does complement me, but also with like makeup, I'm trying to find things that work for that too. I mean 2016 beauty YouTube is when I got most of these eyeshadow palettes that are all expired. I was very much into like that bright orange stuff and like the really warm toned eyeshadow. And that totally works with my eye color. Like it definitely, I get compliments my eyes a lot when I wear that kind of stuff, but it doesn't look very good overall. So I'm trying to stick with more of these like lighter, muted, cool toned things. I've done like no eye makeup, so I think I might even need to like pause you and like not talk to you for a minute while I finish some of this. Okay, I would say the eyes are done. Would you? It doesn't matter, I'm done. I'm not like leaving the house today anyway, so I don't really know why I'm doing all of this. Just a good excuse to chat, I guess. But yeah, with the like wardrobe changes that I've tried to make with wearing more like light muted, cool toned colors, it's actually really cute because one of the buildings I go to for work is a kids psych place, which I think I told you about in last week when I was chatting with you about my work day. And kids are so very honest, you know, they're very honest, and if they tell you you're ugly, you believe it. If they tell you you're pretty, you believe it, because they don't have a filter. And especially at this hospital, because they are, you know, there for psychiatric reasons, so they have even less of a filter. But it's actually so fun because they compliment my clothing like pretty often and tell me I'm pretty, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you. So that does make me believe that I'm doing the clothing thing right, because if they like it, it's kid approved. So I mean, I must be in, I'm one of the cool kids. But anyway, okay, I really need to think about what the heck I'm gonna be doing today, because I still truly don't know. I don't think I have any dietitian work to do today. I think I am caught up. Oh my god, I finally finished mostly one of the main projects I've been working on lately, which is like building from scratch essentially a 4-week menu cycle. What a nightmare of a task. I did it all day on Tuesday. That was the day I had 3 cups of coffee and I was losing my mind. I made the entire menu cycle essentially from scratch, and it took me literally all day. It was a nightmare of a task. And then I went to that building the next day and met with the like kitchen manager and some of the kitchen staff to talk about it and see if it's a possible thing we can do and if they recommend any changes. And they did have some notes for me. Not anything too intensive, but I do not want to look at that today. Like, I'm so sick of that freaking menu now that I cannot even think about it today. So I think I'll work on that a little bit more tomorrow probably. And then the other building I do have some like pending projects to do, and one of them is the menu, but I'm kind of waiting back to hear from somebody about like if we can use a certain method to build the menu other than the way that they've had me do it so far. I don't know, I'll share more about that if it becomes relevant today, but I don't think I have anything pertinent to do today in terms of dietitian work. So I'm gonna be here doing migrainey stuff, and I'm just thinking, I'm caught up right now with all of my social media. Like I have scheduled posts through the end of the year. I have blog posts scheduled for quite a while. I don't know, like I just feel like I'm really on top of stuff right now, which thank goodness, because if I had lower energy today, like I could just get away with not doing anything probably. But there's a lot of things that I'm wanting to change, and one of them is like really looking at like the division of labor essentially that I have going on right now, and how much effort do I really want to be putting on stuff like Instagram and TikTok, because I do love them. I am a user of them, and like I've mostly posted on those platforms and I have fun doing it. I really like creating content for those places, but I find that with my anxious ADHD brain, I really struggle with those platforms, because like having to respond to stuff live, I get so behind with comments and messages, and I just like ghost the platforms. And when I'm feeling really overwhelmed, I won't open Instagram at all for like weeks. Like it's actually so crazy. So I really don't want to put as much effort on those things, and I feel like I get really caught in the weeds with like creating content and putting a lot of effort into those things, and then it's just like, I don't know, is that really where I want to put the bulk of my efforts into right now? I don't know. I want to post a whole lot more on YouTube. I know I have barely started doing that, but best believe last week I was in a crazy mood and I filmed 14 videos, some of which I still need to edit. So maybe that's what I'll start off doing today. 14 videos that I have scheduled, like scattered, talking about like migraine related, like mostly educational type of stuff. So if you are into that, definitely stay tuned. There's gonna be a ton of that. But I want to do more like laid back style videos, because that's definitely more my style, like things like this where I'm just kind of stream of consciousness, and I do want to like stick to certain topics and kind of walk you through different things, like what I said earlier with like the tapering off of coffee thing that I was thinking about. Maybe I'll, if I'm feeling energetic, do that later today. And essentially how I would like to move more into doing things online here and a little bit less of the dietitian work, which is a little unfortunate because I know I'm actually anticipating a call from one of my bosses that they're going to ask me to do more work here soon probably. So I'm anticipating that just because I know of one of my peers is leaving the company and I may have to take on some of her projects, which might be fine, might not, we don't know. But yeah, I would like to find a way to make this a little bit more sustainable, and I'm kind of playing with ideas of how that's going to look and how that's going to work. But yeah, I don't know, that's all up in my head right now. I will not bore you with that today. I need a little bit more clarity, I think. But for now, I think I am done with the face. I don't feel like doing anything with the hair. I know I said we'd let it sit for a minute and decide what to do with it later. And it's not really a thing right now at all. Like, this is kind of its natural texture. I did blow dry it, but it dries mostly straight and then it gets some weird little waves, which you may not be able to see on camera. I can see in person. I don't know. It'll probably get more wavy throughout the day, but we don't care about that right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to my laptop. I know there was a project I wanted to work on today. I really need to go through my freaking mailbox, like my email. For some godforsaken reason, I have like 4 email accounts. Actually, I have more than that because I have some like dietitian, like work contract specific emails, but I don't check those when I'm at home. I only check them when I'm at those buildings, so I don't have to look at those. I should go through my emails. I have a project to work on. I will come back if I have anything juicy and fun to share with you. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. It's a little bit late for lunch, but it is lunchtime. It's 12:45. I forgot to prep my lunch ahead of time. I love doing meal prep. I'll have to show you the behind the scenes of that because it makes my life so much easier. I do have my yogurt for part of my lunch, but I also have a sandwich, but it's in the freezer and I haven't thawed it. That's what I usually do. So when I'm on the go, I'm able to just like take the sandwich and throw it in my lunchbox. And then by the time it's lunchtime, without like an ice pack or whatever. It probably would work with an ice pack too, but by the time it's ready for lunch, it has like naturally thawed. It's my like DIY Uncrustables. I actually found it from a fun recipe. I don't know, can we call PB&J a recipe? I don't know. I found it on Pinterest though, and I am a lover of it. So here is, I don't know, the item. I will go ahead and defrost it in the microwave, I suppose. Oh my God, wait, I have to show you. This is insane. Well, it's not insane. It's the end of November, so I'm the one that's being insane actually, but look at this weather. Look at that. What the heck is happening? I hate it. Actually, there was already some snow on the ground this morning. Oh my God. And she was so happy. She went out there and she played a little bit and got her nose in the snow and is especially cute today. I'm surprised she doesn't want to go out there and play. Don't you want to go out and play? Oh, she heard the word out. She knows that one. But anyway, I'm getting my lunch ready to go. I have so far today, as far as like work I've gotten done, I have done some video editing. I did schedule a couple things. I wrote an email. Oh my God. I need to take my second pill of the day, my ADHD pill, because I just saw I boiled some eggs because I ran out of my batch prepped eggs that I have for breakfast. And I forgot I had them in an ice bath. The ice is now melted. I need to peel these. I need to peel these and put them in the fridge. Luckily the water is still cold, so they're not like dangerous, but I forgot that was there. Wrote an email. If you're not on my email list, I'll have a link in the description. And I think the link that I'm gonna give you is, I can't think, oh my God. It'll be like a general newsletter sign up, but what I like to do for this one, whenever I talk about it, I go ahead and the like incentive, the thing that you get if you open the email and click a button will be one of my recent value packed emails where it's like a list of suggestions or a story I'm sharing. So I don't know what that's gonna be yet, but I will go ahead and link that email sign up in the description so you can kind of get a little preview of what my emails will look like if you want to join my list, which I totally recommend because I love sharing with you there. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this stuff done and come back later. Oh my God, guys, I am so frustrated. I almost rage quit and decided I'm never eating eggs again. Look at how messed up these are. I could not peel these right. I haven't rinsed them or anything yet because I'm just too mad right now. I'm just too mad. And I actually made 6. I can't even use these 2. I can't use them. This is gonna be Kyla's lunch here in a minute. I feel like this happens sometimes where, here, let me flip the camera. I feel like this happens sometimes where I don't do anything different when I'm making my eggs. I like them a little bit more on the soft boiled side rather than like hard boiled because I don't like the chalky yolk. But I mean, the way I've been making it, it's usually more like a medium where it's fully cooked and like not runny, but it has a little bit of moisture still to it. Like it's more of an orange than a like light yellow. I make them in the Instapot at high pressure, and I have like a system that I use to do it every single time. It's always the same. And then every once in a while, like I don't change anything, and then the eggs are just like destroyed like 3 weeks in a row, and I almost give up, but then it just goes right back to normal. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I did the same thing as always, but these are like undercooked a little bit, which might be disgusting, and were impossible to peel, which is usually not a problem I have. I'm just like so mad right now, and I almost just like threw a fit, but Kyla will be happy because now she's gonna get some free food. I gifted the bowl of the yucky eggs to the dog, and she's loving it. Oh my gosh, she cleaned the bowl. Kyla, did you like that? Good for you. Good protein. So healthy girl. Oh, she's got to make sure she got it all. Okay, now I really need to clean that bowl. Oh my goodness. I fear this one needs a WALK. I do fear that she does, which I only fear because, oh my goodness gracious. You're really gonna make me go out there? You're gonna really make me do that? Kyla, do you wanna go on a walk? She likes to pretend she didn't hear you so she doesn't get her hopes up if I'm lying. Oh my goodness, hi. When have I ever lied to you? When have I ever lied? Okay, I think I'm calling it quits for the day. I've done a lot of busy work, like admin, behind the scenes, tech stuff, and I feel like I've got nothing done today. Like I genuinely, so honest, don't think I did anything today, but I know that I had a little to-do list written for myself here, and I got 2 of the main 3 things I was really hoping to get done, and I really could have gotten the third thing done as well if I was willing to focus on it, but I just did other stuff. But it's okay. Time for me to wrap up. I'm gonna put my laptop away. Actually I'm not, because I need to follow a recipe and I don't know the recipe. So I need to go get ready for dinner. It's a little bit early right now, like it's 4:45, but I know that tonight's dinner is gonna be a little bit more involved recipe-wise. We're making a hot honey chicken, which I need to like get the breading ready, get the sauce ready. I'm gonna be doing a different type of potato than usual tonight for us as well, just to mix things up. But yeah, the chicken stuff is all gonna be a little bit involved because I need to do the breading and like all that stuff. So anyway, it's gonna be a little bit of a task. So I'm gonna jump ahead and get ready for it, since I forget how long it takes to actually cook, but I'm already super hungry, honestly. Like I'm trying to decide if it's worth waiting just almost 1.5 hours for dinner, or if I should have a snack right now. I think I might need to have a snack right now. Just a small snack. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be all for me today. I will chat with you guys next time. Toodles.